Hello and welcome to another penny stock analysis video brought to you by pennystockanalysis.com. Today our stock analysis video will be a kind of sequel to our Monday video, and today will be about EVDR Inc. It trades on the pink sheets under the symbol EVDR. Its website is evdrcorp.com, and this stock and company have a lot of good things going for them, including many large infrastructure projects that have begun in India. Today we have a jam-packed session and video here with 6 charts upcoming, but we'll make sure to keep them short and sweet. So as always, price chart on the top, and we have our volume chart on the bottom. And in that red box on the volume chart, you should notice that in the last month and a half, EVDR has experienced a tremendous growth in the amount of volume of the stock that is traded on a daily basis, and is now regularly into the 500,000 to 3 million range, which is much better than you can see in the previous few months or so. So that's always a good sign for the stock, and it means people are paying attention. Of course, if people are paying attention to the stock, then there's more of a chance of them buying the stock, which is ultimately what every company wants, is to raise money. That's why they go public. So on we move to our second chart, also a volume chart, but this time it is the on balance volume chart. And again, I have 2 red squares now, as you can see on the screen. The top on the price chart shows this kind of sideways up and down motion for EVDR, and the on balance volume chart has shown that there is actually an increase in the amount of volume that people are taking hold of. So in other words, the bulls are in the power position here. In other words, they're starting to take stock and go long on EVDR. Part of the science or art, depending how you think about it, of taking a long position on a stock is, of course, buying the stock at a great discount to its fair value, or even to just the previous trading sessions. So we can see that EVDR's been beat up pretty good in the last, let's call it 2 weeks. Unnecessarily so, especially given all of the great news and projects that are online right now. But moving on to the lower chart, we see that we have a MACD. So what we should notice is that the MACD line, which is blue, is narrowing the distance. It is converging with the red line, which is the signal line. And once that crosses over, that's considered a very bullish sign. So you might say, this doesn't look like it's about to cross over, but we just have to dig a little deeper and look a little closer. So now we're going to look at a 5-day chart of the MACD for EVDR. As promised, we have narrowed in on the point of discussion. So what we have here is the 5-day MACD chart for EVDR, and on the top in the green circle we see the last day, and obviously, of course, you know, there's a point when it's even, it fell down, and now it's on the rise back up. And that should also give you the signal that when looking below the price chart at the MACD, we clearly see that the blue line is in fact converging with the red line, which is the signal line, becoming closer, and we anticipate this to cross over on stronger volume and better projects on the stock. So it's clearly a bullish sign, and we expect good things moving forward. Moving on from our elongated discussion about the rising and improving MACD chart, we now move on to our momentum chart. And if you had seen our May 9th video from earlier this week, you'll notice that this momentum chart again is holding strong and is in fact rising, as you can see by the red arrow on the bottom of the screen. And that is despite some of the recent decreases in the price of the stock. So again, that means that there is built up momentum. There are buyers taking position, and really this is a discount price for the stock, and it's a good time to consider taking a long position on EVDR. So again, very bullish sign. On to our final chart of the day, and one of the most widely used tools for determining when a stock is in an overbought or oversold position. Or put another way, a good time to sell a stock or buy a stock is the relative strength index. So as we have that up on the screen here, you'll notice the green circle located on the lower right portion of the relative strength index, and that should be a good pointer that right there it's between about 20 and 30, and that's a deeply discounted stock, and is a good time to take a long position on EVDR. As we bring our part 2 presentation of EVDR to a close, let's recap everything that we've gone through today. So for the first chart, which was volume, we see clearly an increased attention on the stock and increased volume over the last month. The unbalanced volume has continued to rise despite the falling prices, which is a very bullish sign. The MACD chart is converging, and we expect the MACD line to cross above the signal line, which is a very positive and bullish development. The momentum continues its slow but steady rise, which is in stark contrast to the beaten down price. And the relative strength index is in an oversold position, and EVDR can be purchased at a very steep discount now, especially considering all of the great news and projects that have come on board. And moving forward into the very near future, we expect continued strong volume on EVDR, continued great news, and more great infrastructure projects from the Indian government heading in their direction. So with that, we conclude this analysis of EVDR. From Penny Stock Analysis and PennyStockAnalysis.com, invest wisely.